Hey guys, welcome back. Now, there is a big battle going on in the crypto market, and the battle is for $30,000 for Bitcoin. We break above this line, then it just sells back below. Then we break back above, and it just sells back below. It's a very tight battle between the bulls and the bears, but the question is, which way is the market going to break? Now, as Raoul Pal is one of the top thought leaders in the crypto space, it's always good to keep in touch and see how he is navigating this bear market. As the saying goes, bull markets can make you money, but it's bear markets that can make you rich. And that is the topic of this video. So we'll be looking at Raoul's 3 things that you need to make money in a bear market. Then he shares some very interesting data on how he tried to time the market, and then what he should have done to make 10 times more money. And then we'll finish up with his big picture perspective to help put everything we're all experiencing in the right place. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like. Always appreciated. Okay, first up, Raoul shares his 3 things to not just survive, but thrive in this bear market.
Let's talk about it in financial market terms or macro terms. I think there's 3 things you need to do here. 1, income. Income rules the world. Income pays your bills. Income can pay your mortgage. Income does everything. Without income, you got nothing. Income takes hard work. It's hard to get up the ladder, earn more income. Secondly, is you need to have optionality. You need to have things that can pay off. A startup or a hobby business on the side can give you optionality because you can build a business, and a business has intrinsic value, plus it can increase your income. That will never happen if you work for a corporation. Yes, you can have a great career and do fine, but you'll never have that extra upside that you and I have had by building businesses. So that is another thing is focus on your income, work hard, look for other opportunities that can leverage that income and opportunity set that you've got for you. And then thirdly is, if I've got this income, look for investment opportunities that can change my life. And that doesn't mean being a degenerate gambler. It's like, simply put, if there is a thesis, for example, in cryptocurrency that you and I share, that this is a long-term network adoption of this incredible technology that is exponential in nature and highly volatile, you should be looking at the moments of extreme weakness, the blood on the streets moment, to be buying more, not on leverage, but just putting your money into it. So if you'd have bought a house after the 2008 crisis, you'd have done very well. If you'd have bought it at the peak, you'll have done less well, right? So timing matters.
So the 3 things that Raoul says are essential are: number 1, having a strong income; number 2, having options like having your own business; and then number 3, an investment opportunity that can change your life. So yes, it is true that having a strong income can pretty much get you out of any kind of problem. For example, you can make terrible investments, but then the money can be back quicker than you know it. Then starting and having your own business, I would agree, is probably the single most important thing we can do to build wealth. Now, every single millionaire or billionaire that you know, Warren Buffett, Ray Dalio, Tony Robbins, Dave Ramsey, Robert Kiyosaki, they all have a business, and it's the business income that they use to invest. And then number 3, an investment opportunity that can change your life, which we all know a good one is crypto. However, it is a wild beast. So we need a solid plan to deal with the volatility as not to get slayed by the beast. Okay, next up, we're going to look at a big investing debate, and this is trying to time the market, as this is still what most people do. And the idea is, why don't we just sell near the top, buy back in near the bottom, as this is clearly the simple way to wealth, right? And if Bitcoin is destined to be going back to $20,000, then why don't we just sell what we've got now and then buy back in when it hits $20,000? And interestingly, this is what Raoul tried to do himself. But then he went back and analyzed all his different trade, looked at different options, and one of them would have been 10 to 20 times better than everything else.
Is I went back with a bit of honesty, thinking, I'm looking at my ETH price and I'm going, why didn't I sell it at 3,000? I should have just, I could have bought it back cheaper. And I know that that is a siren song that goes in your head, right? Mental torture. And I've been in this space since 2013. So I went back and looked at my entries and exits and what I did in the past. And what had happened if I just bought and hold? And what had happened if I bought and hold and added when it was this far oversold? It's very simple. So what I did is I bought in 2013, $200 per Bitcoin. It went up to 1,000 in 6 weeks. I was like, oh my God. But I had a long-term thesis. I wrote the first kind of macro strategy paper about the valuation of Bitcoin. I thought this could be worth $1 million. And let's assume I'm an idiot by 90%. It's still worth 100 grand. So this is the best bet I've ever seen. So I held on, and then it fell 82%. And I'm like, wow. But I'd taken the bet and I put money in, was not levered, and I could afford to take the bet. So I just thought, I'm just going to forget about this and just see, because this is a longer term thing. And you don't normally make money that fast and it doesn't normally fall this fast. So let's just see. And then I kind of forgot about it, 2014. And then 2015 starts going up again. And then by 2017, I'm now mentally scarred from an 82% drop, coulda, woulda, shoulda. I then see confusion in the market about either we're going to fork Bitcoin to 2 different chains. The price is 2,000. I'm now up tenfold. I'm a genius. My macro bet has paid off, sort of. I sell out. It goes up to 20,000 in 3 months later, and I don't mind. I don't mind because I've made 10 times my money. What I did was deviate from my thesis. My thesis was this was a 10-year bet. And I took the money off the table within 5. And I worked out that I had, if you put 10 grand into that first bet, it would have been worth 1.4 million. By doing the right thing, buying reasonably low and selling reasonably high and, timing the market, that was a small fraction. It was, in fact, 20% of what I would have meant if I held on. Oh. And then I'm like, okay, what happens if I'd done the right thing? What I should have done, which was my framework, which was you buy it when it's on sale, when there's blood in the streets. So I went back and looked at the bottoms of the bear market, assumed I'm an idiot and I can't catch the bottom of the bear market and miss it by 30%. That 1.4 million would have been 30. Not 30, sorry, 3. Had I rolled my profits in, had I just doubled down each time or whatever, the numbers go exponentially larger. And that really stopped me in my tracks. It's like, here's me doing the right thing, buying when it's in a bull market, selling when it's in a too strong a bull market, buying when it's down a bit. And I still didn't do as well as just holding it.
And so this is the lesson that just repeats and repeats and repeats. If you just buy and hold, for the vast majority of people, this will make you the most money. In fact, correction, if you actually add to your position during crashes, then this gives the very best outcome. But what do we do instead? We try to time the market. We get caught up in all the fear and panic. We just can't take our portfolios losing any more money. And then social media has made it 10 times worse, as we're always plugged into other people's comments and reactions and emotions. Okay, to finish up, Raoul now shares the big picture of how crypto could be the investment that can change your life.
My framework is this is a long-term trend, right? We've got at least another decade in this, at least, probably 2 or 3 decades. But this part of it it's going to continue to do very well. Sure, Bitcoin over time, as it gets more users, more adopted, it won't go up as much each cycle, but there'll be plenty of others and plenty of opportunities. So what we should be doing is using this, thinking of the money you've put in as your retirement money and writing it off. And then just adding, if you've got money in a bear market. Now, the problem is most of us don't in a recession. But a friend of mine taught me very early on, he said, Raoul, there's a key thing I've learned is he who has cash in a recession is king. So that's that combination of income and opportunity. You've got income, you've got some cash, and now everything's on fire sale prices. You're the king.
Raoul Pal is one of the top thought leaders in the crypto space and is well known for having nearly all his liquid cash in the crypto market. The crypto market over the last 6 months has nosedived into another crypto winter. However, as the saying goes, bull markets make you money, but it's bear markets that can make you rich. His advice was for everyone to utilize 3 things. Number 1, building a big, strong income. Number 2, optionality, like having your own business. And number 3, investments that can make you rich. After looking back at his crypto trades, his original plan was to make a 10-year bet on crypto and accumulate during crashes. But what he actually did was try to time the market and ended up making a lot less money than if he just followed his original plan. And his final thoughts were that crypto has at least another decade, so just stay in the market and accumulate during the biggest crashes if you're able to do so. So there you are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Now tell me, what do you think about Raoul's 3 things? Let me know below. But for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed, click below and join us. Got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. Okay, cheers guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.